to episode 74 of the Arya Bark Podcast. My name's Caroline and I'm coming to you today from my home in Fife in Scotland. If you're a new viewer, welcome. If you're a returning viewer, welcome back. It's great to have you here. This is the second part of the episode 74. So far, you will have seen coming in and lined up. This is now going to be for going out, StashSmash and Whips. There's a very cute puppy staring at me. How is everybody doing? I hope you're well. I had recorded this earlier and accidentally deleted it. So now the lights went wonky. You can find me on Ravelry as either Arya Bark or my personal account, which is Sultra. We have a Ravelry group, which is the Arya Bark Podcast. We have an Instagram page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We have a Facebook page, which is Arya Bark Designs. And we have a Ko-fi page, which is Arya Bark Designs. We are currently running a make-along at the moment. It is the ABP Starflake KAL. It runs from the 1st of January until the 31st of December. The objective is to make a Starflake. It's that simple. I am allowing whips if it's no more than 50% done. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As I said, this week we have going out, StashSmash and Whips. There will be timestamps linked down below, as well as links to any patterns or shops or all that sort of stuff are all going to be linked down below. In this week's podcast, we have knitting, crochet and Tunisian crochet. I'm really happy. I am exceptionally happy with the whole finishing stuff off. The goal this year was to try and get my whips down a bit. I'm still struggling. I won't lie, I'm struggling to get the whips down, and I am fighting a near daily battle to not cast everything on. At the last count, I had 28 active whips. Yeah. I have dropped 2. I've finished 2 off. However, I have cast on another 2. So it's not, my whip down is not going well at all. The first project that I have going out is my Starflake shawl. This is it here. I love this so much. Now, this is my entry into the Mighty's Make Starflake knit along. That has now ended. I did manage to finish it on, I think it was the 21st of February that I finished it. It is a fair size. It's huge. Things I didn't do. I did not do the brioche. I'd just done the garter section. I'd had a couple of attempts at doing the brioche and it didn't work. I am planning on doing the brioche and the Starflake. I've also got another project that I'm starting that will be brioche. So, yeah. Loving that. Other thing I didn't do. And I would like to thank my friend Sarah, who helped me figure out why this wouldn't work. In this section here, okay, somewhere round about here should be eyelets, small little eyelets, whatever that is. Starting here and finishing here. Now, what end would it have been at? It would have been at this end. Is that right? Yeah, at this end. Managed to get them to line up to about here. When I went to do this section, it was off a wee bit, not by much. when I got here, it was off even more. By the time I got around here, it was off completely. This was, the eyelets ended up about here at one point, and then the eyelets that should have started here were like here. So it got ripped out. I tried it again, same thing happened, and I was like, I don't care. So I just ripped it all out and just omitted it. It's a fair size. I may have aggressively blocked one end bigger than the other, as you do, because one of my ends are bigger than the other. Now there's the same amount of stitches. I've got the right number of stitches, but I think this side, yeah, that seems to be more open than down here. So I think I just need to re-block it a bit. I used my own hand dyed, which is why it's like seriously patchy. I'll do this to be easier. The grey is just medium grey, and I used 129.13 grams, and which works out to be about 516.52 meters. The sapphire, I used 129.45 grams, or 517.8 meters. I did do, can you see it? I need to find a bit where you can actually see this bit. I did do the 2-colour bind off, the I-cord bind off. I'm really happy with it. I've not had a chance to use it yet. I did go out earlier and it just had a jumper on. So I tend not to wear big shawls if I'm going for dog walks because I get too hot. And it's not as if I take a bag or anything with me. So, yeah. That light is starting to bug me. Something awful. Now I'm sitting in the dark. I used a 3.5mm drops classic, and yeah, I think that was it. Is that all? The Starflake is a paid for pattern on Ravelry, or you can purchase it from the West Knits website. I will leave them linked down below. So that was my first finished object for February. My next finished object I finished in less than a week from when I finished the last one. Now, I didn't start and finish it within a week. I was quite a fair bit. I've took the stitch marker out again. Right, it doesn't matter. So, my next finished object is this gorgeousness. So happy. This is the Vertices Unite by Stephen West. I have called this the My Yarny Corner Vertices Unite. Oh no, the My Yarny Corner Unite, because it is all knit in My Yarny Corner yarn. Really, really happy with it. I did manage to bring out 5, because technically they don't count, because I dyed them myself. I have taken out 5 colours from my stash. Now if you bear with me a second, I will just get them. So, that one, and possibly that one. Right, so, excuse me a second while I bring up my Ravelry page, because my totals aren't right on this. So I need to get out my notes, because my notes, when I was doing the totals, I got 2 of my colours mixed up, and then I got very, very, very confused. So, the first one is this one. This is Tony Angelino. Sorry. It is one of the My Yarny Corner Only Fools and Horses subscription clubs from 2020, January, February, March 2021. 2022, sorry, 2022. These are all 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. So the first one was Tony Angelino. I used 63.31 grams or 253.24 metres. So that was my first one. That was colour A. That was used in section 1 and in section 5. B is this one. This one is called... I'll do it from the side. How pretty is that? So it kind of pulls it a wee bit. There we go. This is called During the War. Again, that was another Only Fools and Horses subscription club. For this one, I used 87.25 grams or 349 metres. I love this colour. Now, this was used again in section 1. So, that was used in section 1 and it was also used in section 6. Show you that. How pretty is that? That is stunning. I absolutely love this. I also like that the pinks with the blues is just stunning. So that was colour B. And I'm going to stick these back in this bag. Out the way. Colour C is this one. This is called Fatal Extraction. Again, this was I think this was the March. I don't know what order it came in. I'm pretty sure it was Tony Angelino, During the War, and then this one. That is stunning. This one I used 65.14 grams or 260.56 metres. So that was C. And that was used, I think it was just used in this one. A, B, D, E. That one was... What's that? That was D and E. That was just D. Yeah. It was just section 3 that this got used in. And that's it. There. Love this. So that was D. E is this one, which is my absolute favourite. This is called Move Mountains. Can you see that? There. Cool. This is absolutely stunning. And it was Move Mountains. Loved this one. Now this I didn't use as much of this one as what I thought I would have. Now, I need to check because I never updated that one. I'm pretty sure I only used about 28 grams of this. I didn't use a lot because it's only small sections that use that one. So I've still got a fair bit of that to go. Colour E, which is this one. This is Troll Tree. Love Troll Tree. Again, didn't use as much. I'd use slightly more Troll Tree. Try saying that when you're drunk. Troll Tree. Than I did with Move Mountains. I used 44 grams or 176 metres of this. I've still got a fair wee bit of this left. These are going into my Yarn Corner C blanket. I'll show you the progress I've made on that. And this is the finished Vertices Unite. I did do the larger version of the Vertices Unite. So in total, I used 287.54 grams or 1,150.16 metres. I'm happy. I did say I'd done the larger one. This is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. or on the West Knits website. Again, I'll leave details down below. So I'm very happy. That means that this month I have taken out 546.12 grams or 2,184.48 meters, which I am ecstatic about. I am slowly but surely using up yarn. I think the Stephen Wests help a lot for that, because obviously Stephen doesn't do wee shawls, he does massive things. So yeah, so that is my total for this month. I'm hoping to get more things off the needles as quickly as possible. I'm not overly concerned at the moment. As you will know, every year I take part in StashSmash, where I try to craft as much from my stash as possible. I am not on a yarn ban. I was going to say I don't think yarn bans work. I am no good at yarn bans. I need to actively cut down on how much yarn I've brought in. I'm very much aware that I did get a bit gluttonous last month. I go through wee fits and starts where I will bring in a load of wool and then I'll buy nothing for months, and then I'll just buy in a whole load more wool, and then I'll let it go down. At the moment, I think I've kind of hit that part where it's like, yeah, this is getting too much wool now. You need to be winding it back. Saying that though, I have bought 3 actual Advent minis for this year, and I've also bought Advent sock sets from both Mandy and Alex. Start again. I've bought 2 Advents from Alex. After last year, I want one to do a big project with, and I want one Advent to go into my scrappy projects. For Mandy's one, I think the plan that I was going with was to put the Advent into the scrappy projects and use the sock sets together as one big project. That is subject to change. I may find a project where I use both Mandy's Advent and Alex's Advent together. That's still a possibility. Slashing down is not a thing I can do right now. My goal, I have increased my goal because I'm doing a lot of Stephen West projects. So in the last podcast, the goal was 15,000 metres. I've upped that to 25. Because of the amount of projects that I'm doing, I think that is a more realistic goal. It does mean that each quarter I need to have crafted 6,000 metres, which right now I'm a bit, because I've only really done nearly 4,000, so I'm still 2,000 short. However, I do have possibly 2,000 metres that could be finished by the end of the month. So, my fingers are crossed. So far this year I have crafted 1,763.64 metres. The outgoing will need some work because I don't think those totals, well, I know for a fact those totals aren't right, are they? I don't know if those totals are right, but we'll go with what's written down. I have crafted 2,185.56 metres, which brings my total to 3,949.2 metres so far this year, which is great. So far this year I had brought in 6,445 metres. I have added last month 3,320 metres, which is a wee bit concerning. Which brings my total to 9,765 metres. So I may have to curb that a bit or learn how to grow new arms so I can knit 2 projects at the one time. So yeah. Which means to target I have 21,050.8 metres to go to my target. I'm not overly concerned right now. I haven't crocheted anything. Well, I have crocheted, I've just not finished any crochet projects this year. I have knit 3,949.2 metres. I've not spun. I've not got any finished spinning. And I've not woven anything. The plan is I am going to warp up the big loom. Because there is a couple of projects that I want to do with that. But I'm going to use the back of the loom as a warping board and loom it and warp it that way was the word I was looking for. I am still taking part in the Ravelry Project Challenge. My challenge is to craft 30 projects in 2023. So far I have completed 4, which means that I'm sitting at 14%. It's not a brilliant total. Maybe slightly off for where I should be so far. But again, it is what it is. I can only do as much as I can manage. So that is StashSmash. I'm happy to have 2 new shawls and to have 7 skeins taken from a stash. I just need to learn how to knit quicker. I have no idea where that project is. My first project, and I've lost it. Oh, here's here. So, my first whip may be getting ripped out. I need to go onto Craftsy and check how to do brioche. And I did this in a light colour. I don't know whether just to keep it. I don't know. So, this pathetic attempt at a really, really massive I-cord, which I do need to count again, because I think I might have lost a couple of stitches, is the Briochevron blanket by Stephen West. I'll stick a wee picture in. It is a paid for pattern on Ravelry. It is either $6 or £5.55 for the pattern on its own, or it does come part of the bundled in brioche ebook, which is €22 or £20.37. I just bought the pattern on its own. I will eventually purchase all the Stephen West books. I'm just going to do e-versions. I do not need any more hardback books. You can purchase that either on Ravelry or on the West Knits website. I'll leave it linked down below. My plan, I have a lot of single skeins of DK yarn that have come for other projects. It is going to be an ugly blanket. It's going to be similar to my Garter Squish blanket, because I did the same with that. I just used up old bits of wool that were sitting. My plan is to do the same with this one, except this is all going to be in brioche, and I'm probably going to be going mental. I think in the pattern it says to use the dark colour as your main colour and the light colour as your contrast colour. I am using a whole load of this. This is Pound Stretcher's Baby Speckle. The entire blanket's going to be done in acrylic. I do have a lot of acrylic. So the plan will be to do the blanket in acrylic. I quite like a snuggly acrylic blanket. Apologies. the postie. I am going to have to look on Craftsy. Alternatively, if you know where, in which pattern Stephen West shows you how to do brioche, that will also help. So, that is project number 1. My next project, I don't know where that is either. Oh, it's here. So, my next project, when I recorded this the first time, I said, I started it in September. It's not even been a year. I want to get it off the needles within a year. Yeah, well, that came and went. When I went to look for this, I'll say what it is first. This is the Nightfall Shawl by Aklori Designs. It is a Tunisian crochet shawl. It mostly uses Tunisian simple stitch with Tunisian full stitch and some Tunisian 2 together and yarn overs. It is possibly the second one that I've made. If I remember correctly, this is the second one. I will be completely honest, I did not pay for this pattern. I test this for Laurie, so I got the pattern for free. I'm pretty sure I've done more than one. Oh my god, I didn't. Oh my god, I'm a liar who lies. This was actually a test that I haven't finished. That's shocking. I'm really not happy. This was where it was the last time that I showed it, probably back in September. This is how much I've got done. What I'm going to do is I'm going to move this stitch marker up to here. I do keep my little toast twin in where the new section starts, because it makes it easier for me to see how many rows I've done. This is it here. I am using the world's biggest pain in the backside. This is not a massive huge cake. I will stick a picture in on what that looked like before I started. This is what happens when you pull from the inside. It starts elongating like an accordion. I am using Stenley Muffin Luxe. I don't think you can see that. Can you see that? It's 1542. 1542. It is 90% acrylic, 10% lurex. You get 1,000 metres and 250 grams. In hindsight, do I think this yarn and this project go well together? No, I don't. I think this yarn would be better suited to be knit as opposed to crochet for this purpose. Exactly. It keeps getting caught. It's a colossal pain in the backside to work with. I'm liking the effect that you get from it. Sorry, I'm going to add a bit on while I'm speaking to you. I like the effect that it gives because it is really sparkly. The colour blocking, not so much. I'm not a massive fan of that. But it is what it is. Obviously, I'm far too far gone now to rip it back and find something else to do it in. The plan will be to keep working on this until I've used up as much yarn as possible. I will need to go look and see if I do have another one of these. It's a really, really nice pattern. It is, wait a minute to find it again. It is $6.50 on Laurie's PayHip, which works out to be about £5.40 in pounds. And I can't crochet and do this at the same time. So I'm going to get this to a bit where I can stop. Yeah. So that is my Nightfall shawl. I cannot wait to get this done. There, I can see it. That's it there. I think it's going to be great once it's finished. Working on it right now is a colossal pain in my backside, and it has nothing to do with the pattern because I absolutely adore the pattern. I think waiting 2 years to finish it is a bit shocking. Sorry, Laurie. But I'm hoping by the next time I podcast that will definitely be finished because I'm making a concerted effort to get as much done of that as possible so that I can go back to not using useless yarn. Yeah. So that is that project. I'm a bit all over the place. Oh, I used a 5mm Knit Pro Symphony Tunisian hook, and I think it's like a 32-inch cord, could be a 24-inch cord actually. Is there anything else? No, I'm just going to keep working on it until it's done. I don't think it shouldn't take that much to finish it off, to be honest. The pattern is really, really memorisable. I picked it up yesterday, and within a bit of repeat, I knew exactly at what point I need to start doing more eyelets. So it's a really, really memorisable pattern, and it's a nice, relaxing mate. It has that wee bit of concentration required, and it's just counting round about that point where you're needing, it's basically just the middle section you need to count, and once you hit a certain number, you know in the next repeat, the next row, that you just have to add an increase in, and then an eyelet in, and then you're able to keep going. Again, I'll leave that linked down below to Laurie's PayHip. My next project. Oh, goodness sake. We're in March. These are my February Year of the socks. This was where I was last time. These are the library socks by the kitchen sink shop. Still have not found the ball band for this yarn. This is Mousewitch Yarns Year of the Sock, the February colourway, which is violets. How pretty is that? There's a bit around about here and around about here that looks blue. There is no blue in this at all. It is absolutely stunning. As you can see, I've not done the second sock yet. I'm still on the first one. I have put the heel in. I can't actually remember what heel that pattern calls for. I've done the basic, the integrated heel is what I'm looking for. I keep saying integrate the basic sock. It's no, that's a sock pattern. I've done the integrated heel. I'll turn it this way. So I've done the gusset increases. I have turned the heel, which is here. Done the heel turn, and I am now just knitting down. I think I have to do 18 centimetres and then I'm done. So while I'm doing my thing to this, the plan is going to be to knit on these socks. I kind of need these finished so I can cast on the March socks before I get too far behind. I'll leave a link down below to the Dear Designs #Year of the Sock 2023. Thankfully, Denise does not mind what sock pattern you put in which month. Obviously, the prompts are there as a guide. They don't have to be rigidly stuck to, thank goodness. You can put any sock in. So I am hoping, since I failed so dramatically at the February prompt, that I will have these finished in March. I'm also hoping to do Mandy's March yarn for March as well. Likelihood is I may possibly, probably not. I was going to say do them two at a time, but I don't know. I'm not going to be able to do them two at a time because that has a specific pattern that I was going to do. So, plan is get these finished as soon as possible. Then I can get my March ones cast on. I am using a 2.25mm higher sharp. I will desperately try to find the ball band for this yarn. The library socks are a free pattern on Ravelry. Mandy's yarn is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 metres and 100 grams. I split mine off into 250-gram balls. Is there anything else? I think that's everything. So that is project number 3. Project number 4 is my crochet project. And this is my Yarny Corner C2C blanket. This blanket is going to be all my Yarny Corner yarns. So, this was where I was last time. This is where I am just now. I am being really, really smug because I have all but one end in this project. I am weaving my ends in as I go. These, I'm trying to think, that I know for a fact is a Patron mini. That is a Patron mini. These ones are pretty sure are from Success. I know what some of them are. I don't know what they all are. Obviously, I have the leftovers from the Vertices Unite ready to go in. And I also have the Patreon minis to go in. So that was December. I've got March. Here are my leftovers. Yeah. So I've still got a fair few to put in. There will probably be more. I just haven't gone through them all yet. So that is, what one's that? No idea. I think that might have actually been a mini. This is the January mini. That's the February one. That I'm sure was a mini set that I got for Alex. So that's my plan. What I have not quite decided as yet is whether to do it in long strips or to start going up. I think it might be easier if I start going up the way. think it might be they're going up the way. Let's check that. Why is that wonky? Yeah. So I think I need to start going up. What I'm trying to do is break up the patterned ones. It was too late with that one. I think this is going to be awesome once it's done. I think my plan was, that's what, 6. I think the plan was going to be either doing 8 by 9 or 10 by 11. That was my plan. So having 8 going across the bottom, 11 or 9 going up. This is not going to be finished quickly. I am more than aware that because I'm putting the Patreon minis in, as many Patreon minis that I can get in as possible, it's going to take me a while. No overly concerned, to be honest. And I do have other minis that I need to go looking for. And I've got the Advent ones to go in as well. I will leave details of Alex's video where she shows you the tutorial for doing the corner to corner blanket, scrappy blanket. I'll leave that down below, and I'm using a 3mm hook. So that is another one. My next project doesn't have a stitch marker. Because I took it out when I recorded this the other day and I haven't put it back in. I was on one of the white sections. Where's the beginning of the round? Because it would have been the one prior to that. So there is the beginning of the round. It would have been that one that was on. So I have done the middle part, I should say. This is the Starflake by Stephen West. It's all bunched up. I apologise, but it is what it is. This is it here. I have done the parallelograms. I have another 3 more of these to put in. I'm really enjoying this. Now, I had originally done the 2 of them together. The Starflake and the Starflake. I had put this away in order to get the Starflake finished. The minute I finished the Starflake, as I was coming to the end of the Starflake, I started picking this up. I will be completely honest, I absolutely love how this is turning out. I love my colour choices. These are all Stylecraft Special DK. We have this one, which is 1001, which is white. Ball bands are all over the place. This is colour 1002. Which is black. The next one is this one, which is 1010, which is Matador. And the last one is this. It is 1063, which is Graphite. They are all 100% acrylic. You get 295 metres and 100 grams. I am still on the first 100 grams at each of these colours. I'm going to stick them back in. Sorry, my badges. I never showed you my badges. This is the one from Denise. It says, I like big balls. Because I do. Then I've got this one, which is my Yarny Corner pin badge. And then there's this one, which is my Rusty Ferret badge that I got from a subscription club. When Leona done the subscription clubs. I am using a 4mm Drops Classic on 150cm cord. I bought a lovely beginning of round stitch marker from Denise that was supposed to sit here. I don't know where it's gone. 1 minute it was in, next minute it's gone. I'm hoping later on today I'm going to be pulling the couch out. It's got to be somewhere over here. I have put all the cushions up and it's not there. So I think it's maybe fallen under. So that's my plan. However, I do have my little chocolate milkshake and a lovely beaded stitch marker that I got from my friend Sarah. Loving this project. I'm just going to keep working on it. Obviously, it is going to be my entry, even though I can't win anything, into the Starflake knit along. That runs until December the 31st this year. The Starflake is a paid for partner on Ravelry. It is £6, €6, or works out to be about £5.50. I don't think that is part of any ebook. If it is, I won't get it. So, is that number 1, Stephen West, or are we up to 2 yet? So that's second, Stephen West. As if 2 Stephen West was not enough, I started a third one. Well, technically that was the second one. And this is it here. I have started a fragmentation shawl by Stephen West. This is not the stitch marker that I was looking for, because this one, 2 seconds, that one says front on it. I absolutely love this, how this is coming out. Now, this uses 7 colours, and I'm on a teeny tiny wee needle. It's brilliant. I have started weaving Stephen my ends in. I will go and finish some of them off. I've never had an issue with weaving Stephen, to be honest with you, coming out. I might, for the shorter ones, I maybe go back and do another row. So, yarn. A is Mouse Witch Yarns and Hyacinth. How pretty is that? Again, actually, no, I'll just go through it at the time. This is a 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 meters and 100 grams. I love this. Absolutely love it. So that's colour A. Colour B is this gorgeousness. This is, again, Mouse Witch Yarns, and this one is Mother's Day Bouquet. Again, it's a 75-25, 400 meters and 100 grams. That's colour B. Colour C. Colour C is this gorgeousness. This I was gifted from my lovely friend Sarah. This is the Fibre Sanctuary. It is an 85% superwash extra fine merino, 15% nylon. You get 400 meters and 100 grams. Look how lovely that is. How stunning is that? So that is my colour C. Colour G is an odd colour for me to pick. However, when I tell you at the end what I'm calling this, all become clear. This is for the love of yarn. This is my colour D. This is called Steak Lorn. It is 100% 100 gram merino single ply sock. You get 400 meters in 100 grams. This was a gift from my lovely friend Heather. Are we seeing a pattern, people? Obviously, Sarah's my friend, Mandy's my friend, Heather's my friend. Next one, I think, is this one. This is my lovely friend Denise from Dear Designs. Are we seeing the pattern, people? And this one is called Bright Pumpkin. I'd originally thought I was going to do socks. However, I had a thought when I seen the fragmentation show. And I'm doing this instead. This is Bright Pumpkin. It is stunning. Oh, look at that. How pretty is that? So that's my colour. What am I up to? E. This is E. F is this one. This is my yet another lovely friend, Alex and Danny. My Yarny Corner. This one is called Cocktail Hour. Again, it's 75% superwash merino, 25% nylon. You get 400 meters and 100 grams. I forgot to say which one. I'm sure Denise's is the same, 400 and 100. Yeah, 400 meters and 100 grams. Put this back on so I don't lose the tag again. So that's that one. And the last one is Mouse Witch Yarns G. And this one is called Caroline's. This was given to me at Christmas by Mandy. Again, it's a 75%, 75-25, 400 meters and 100 grams. Love it. So they are my 7 colours. And this is the first repeat. Now, that one no so much goes. And they two colours kind of blend in. But I am so very happy. I think what I should have done was swap this one and this one. I think that would have been better as A, that as B. But I'm in. Too late now. That's the first set of repeats being done. I think I've got about another 7. So that's that. I am just picking this up as and when I've got spare time. It doesn't take a lot of concentration. The fragmentation shawl is $6. It's not $6, it's €6. Or £5.55. Or you can now purchase the modular colouring shawls ebook for, it was originally €30. It's now going up to €36, or in pounds, that's £33.33. That the prices in pounds may fluctuate slightly because of the conversion rates, but love it. No gonna lie, absolutely love it. This is section 1. I cannot wait to see this grow. This has now been nicknamed my Friend's Shawl. It is either using yarns dyed from friends or yarns gifted from friends or yarns purchased from friends, because I'm obsessed. So, is that everything? I am using a 3.75. Don't die a shock, people. I am actually using the right size needle. I am using a 3.75mm high sharp. I will probably not go up a needle size because I don't know where my 24-inch cord is. I'm going to try and keep it on this for as long as possible. If I can get this finished by the 1st of June, this will be another entry into the My Yarny Corner hashtag Take It Easy Make Along. It's garter. Every few rows you do an increase. And it just keeps getting bigger and bigger, and then you eventually bind it off. Then you go back, pick up some more stitches, do it again. It's pretty much like my, what's it called? Biscuit-anigans. Northeasterly. It's pretty much a shawl version of a northeasterly. That's what it is. I absolutely love it. So, is that everything? I think it is. I'm just going to do a final sweep because there is a bag sitting here and I don't know what's in that bag. Yeah, I'll show you next time. Yeah. So, that is all my whips. Plans for next time. I'm going to go back to set myself wee mini goals. I want the first library sock finish for next time. I also want the Nightfall shawl finished for next time. I will have to go and speak to my bank because after the whole rigmarole about Craftsy, I need to tell them to let that payment to Craftsy go through because I need one of their blooming videos. I'm wanting to get the Briochevron blanket started. I don't expect to have great mass amounts done on that, but I need that started. Maybe 1 or 2 more squares put on the corner to corner blanket, and I'm wanting section 2 finished for the Starflake. That is my plan. So it is. Is that everything? Yeah, because the next one's lined up. So, how are you all doing? My health has hit another sugary peg. I hadn't been feeling great a couple of weeks ago. I'm being referred to the gastrointestinal team for more investigations to be done. I hadn't been feeling particularly great. Doctor gave me medication for my stomach and it just wouldn't go. No, at that point she gave me tablets to help settle my stomach, and at that point she says, look, there's quite a lot of tests we're going to need to get done in order for me to refer you to the gastrointestinal team. I need to go have these tests done because they're going to want to rule out certain things before they see you. And I was like, yeah, that's fine, that's not a problem. So that was on the Wednesday. Or was that the Tuesday? Whenever it was, I went, got tests done. It must have been either the Monday or the Tuesday. Actually, I think it was the Monday because I fell off the... Actually, it wasn't. It was the Tuesday. Because I fell off the bed. It was a whole thing. Bum out, everything. Wasn't pretty. And it's not like I fell out of my bed. I fell off the bed and the doctor's. And it was a whole thing. Doctor doesn't work on Wednesday, so she was going to contact me on Thursday. Got a phone call first thing Thursday morning saying were a wee bit concerned. Obviously, the operative word there was wee bitty concerned. No hugely concerned, just a wee bitty concerned that your liver function test is higher than what we would think would be normal. She said it's higher than your normal, but nothing to worry about. Yeah. So, got the second load of tests back. It was higher again. And she's like, yeah, now I'm starting to get concerned. She says, I think we maybe need to be speaking about getting this looked into, because it's slightly worrying that for no apparent reason your liver's kicking off again. Obviously, I still don't drink alcohol. I'm avoiding paracetamol. Actually, I'm avoiding all medication like the plague. My now normal question the minute I get told I have to try a new medication is, and what effect does that have on my liver? So I'm really, really aware of certain things that I put into my body may not be helping my liver along any. So, yeah, not great. After that, everything's fine. I'm hoping to possibly get back to a kind of normal recording. I'm hoping to get back into the swing of recording every 2 weeks. I don't think recording every month works for me, because I can be quite chatty and I do tend to go off on tangents. I don't think there would be enough content to do a weekly one, so I'm going to do fortnightly instead. Oh, that's what I was going to say. Now, give me a wee second, because who was it? I think it might have been either Tony or Alex on last night's My Annie Corner Patreon Zoom had suggested a podcast. So give me a minute to find out what the podcast is called. I'm going to leave links down below. I loved this podcast. Right. It is called Loopy Loop. And the podcaster's name is... I was wanting to make sure it was right and it's not that like I'm suddenly starting to call her son. Now I remember what her son's name is. So, Loopy Loop. It is Chris. She's from Teesside in the UK. She is absolutely lovely. Absolutely thoroughly enjoyed. She's got 2 videos up at the moment. They're no long videos. They are her knitting and crochet is stunning. I wish I had small children that I could buy her stuff, because it's just gorgeous. I will leave links to Chrissy's channel down below. Go over, give her a like, subscribe. I'm hoping by next week, I'm going to challenge you people. I hope by next week that she has hundreds of subscribers, because she thoroughly deserves it. Is there anything else? Yeah. So I'll put that link down below. Anything else? I think that's everything. I do. Zooms are still continuing. If you would like to participate in Zoom, give me a private message on Instagram. I will provide you with the passcode and room ID. We have Zooms on a Wednesday evening at 8 p.m. or a Friday morning at 11 a.m. They're still going. I am trying very desperately to make sure that I make my own Zooms. I am hoping to get back into the pattern of Zooming with my ladies, because I miss them terribly. I did manage to have a lovely catch up with Heather at the end of the week. This working business does not do anything for my social life. Did manage to have a lovely catch up with Heather. I missed Heather. Won't lie, I have missed Heather. And the Zoom ladies. I either finish work feeling tired or I'm that ticked off. I'm not very sociable. So I'm hoping to bring more craft into my life. I think that's everything. Just over an hour, not as bad as the last time because I had just started whips and I was 2.5 hours in. You're welcome. I will get this uploaded and it'll be on YouTube as soon as possible. I am going to make a cup of tea. I will possibly even go for a nap because I have Zoom tonight. May possibly go for a nap. Actually, I won't go for a nap because I need to get this edited. I might have a quick power nap before Zoom. And I need to get this all dismantled and sorted. I need to get pictures done. Because I never done that last week and I was carrying on running a bit like a headless chicken trying to get the pictures fixed. So yeah. I hope you have a very, very crafty few weeks. And I will see you back here again next week. Bye!